Thank you for listening to another edition of MAEG Radio. I am your host, Nicholas Zimmerman, aka the Honorable Black Entrepreneur. Today's date is March 14th, 2025. Time is approximately 6:05 p.m. Location is Elmira Correctional Facility. As many of you already know, on February 17th, 2025, New York State correctional officers went on a strike. Statewide, almost 15,000 officers decided not to show up to work one day for reasons that they claim was mostly about the Halt Solitary Confinement Act. But in another podcast, I'll be showing that that is not the exact reasons why they went on strike. Nonetheless, approximately 2 days after they went on strike, somewhere around February 18th or 19th, Director of Special Housing Unit Anthony Rodriguez came to Elmira Correctional Facility, and he took control of the Special Housing Unit along with the National Guard. I am currently in the Special Housing Unit in Elmira Correctional Facility, and I am in the Residential Rehabilitation Unit of the Special Housing Unit. While Rodriguez was here, numerous prisoners asked him about the new Securus tablets, when they was going to be given out, when the Wi-Fi will be turned on, and if the prisoners in the RRU and the Special Housing Unit was going to get them when they was going to be handed out. Rodriguez did say that we was going to get them. He specifically said that we would get them in the RRU and in the SHU. In solitary confinement in Elmira. We asked him numerous times about this. Every day we seen them almost. We asked him when would they come in and when we would get them. And he said they would be coming soon and that we would definitely have them in the RRU. Remember, Rodriguez is the director of all special housing units in the state of New York. Okay, moving on from there. On March 12th, 2025, Elmira Correctional Facility issued Securus tablets to all of the prisoners in general population, but they did not issue the tablets to the prisoners in the RRU and in the SHU. Of course, we were surprised by this, and we stated our objections to this to numerous supervisors, to no avail. During that day, on March 13th, I spoke to a Sergeant Gilmore and another sergeant, which I do not know his name. I was not able to get his name. But according to Sergeant Gilmore, he said that he did not have any direction from Albany or from Anthony Rodriguez as to whether or not we were supposed to get the Securus tablets in the Special Housing Unit, and that until he got some type of direction from either one of those people or his superintendent at Elmira, that we would not be getting them in the Special Housing Unit. He told me that I should try to get a letter from Anthony Rodriguez or some type of email confirming what he told us, and of course we said back to him, this is your boss. You could reach out to him easier than we can. You could just pick up a phone and give him a call and see what's going on with that, but he repeatedly said until he gets some type of direction from either the superintendent of Elmira or Anthony Rodriguez that we would not be getting them in the RRU. What's strange about this is other RRUs are giving these tablets out to the prisoners in the Special Housing Unit. We have confirmation from several different jails that prisoners in the Special Housing Unit have the same new Securus personal tablets that the guys in general population has. And it's becoming apparent to me day by day that the deputies in Elmira are stopping us from getting these tablets, and they're basically telling the supervisors to give us the runaround about getting these tablets in the SHU because they don't want us to have them. These guys are making this a personal issue. They feel like the guys that's in the disciplinary housing unit should not have access to these tablets. They feel like we're here for disciplinary reasons, and that we should not get the privileges that the guys in general population get. Although the law clearly states that we should have it. If you guys was to review the Halt Solitary Confinement Act, in that act, which governs everything that happens in a special housing unit, it says that people in a special housing unit are to get all of their property that they had in general population, which includes our personal tablets, which we do not have right now. We didn't have the tablets before these new Securus tablets, and now we do not have the new Securus tablets. So everything they're doing right now is in complete violation of the Halt Solitary Confinement Act. Besides the personal tablets, we also do not have our electronics in the special housing unit. As I stated, Halt Solitary Confinement Act says that we are allowed all of our property in the special housing unit. But this particular special housing unit says that we cannot have electronics. So the electronics that we currently do not have are our headphones, our hot pot, our fans, our TVs, our clippers, extension cords, our calculators, our wash buckets, and a few other things. All of these things were taken out of our property, and they're being held in a long-term storage unit for when we leave the special housing unit. Again, this is in complete violation of the Halt Solitary Confinement Act that says that we are entitled to everything that we had in population. I'm hoping to attach a letter to this recording from the Focus movement. In this letter, they outline all of the issues that I complain about here. They sent this letter to Commissioner Daniel Martuscello. He has yet to respond to their issues. They are explaining to Martuscello that we do not have our new Securus personal tablets in the RRU, and also that we don't have our property. You should be able to see the attached letter here. Many of you guys out there already know about the damage and effects of solitary confinement and what it could do to a person's mental stability while being locked in a cell all day. So you would think that the superintendent of Elmira will want his prisoners to have these personal tablets while in the RRU or in a special housing unit, to reduce the amount of suicide attempts or self-mutilations or, state of depressions that prisoners fall in while being locked in a cell all day, or the misconduct or the bad behavior they could get into because of their mind state while being locked in a cell 24 hours a day. Also, the constant arguing and yelling and screaming would be eliminated by giving us our tablets and giving us something productive to do while we are in the special housing unit. But apparently he has voted against giving us our tablets for whatever reason, whatever personal reasons he has. And again, they are a violation of the law. Let me give you guys an idea of what we are missing by not having these personal tablets in our possession. So first thing is legal work and legal documents. Me personally, I create all of my motions for the courts, whether it be state motions, federal motions, 440 documents, 1983 lawsuits. I create all of these documents on my tablet and email it out to my assistant on the outside, and she files it with the court. So I am prevented from doing that. Podcasts. On the new tablets that we get, they have audio podcasts on the tablets. These podcasts teach us information from the outside that, you won't believe. We're able to stay up to date on the news, political events, current events, legal issues are all being taught to us through these podcasts. And these podcasts help us get through day by day in the box and the general population. Also, we have Westlaw on the tablets, which is a legal research website that shows us all the most recent case law or issues that we're fighting. It has legal articles written by lawyers, public advocates, things of that nature. And Westlaw is expensive. There's so much stuff on Westlaw that could keep a prisoner busy and educating himself on the box that you wouldn't even believe it. We're also to get We're also able to get videos from home. Family members could send us 30-second video clips from the outside of different family gatherings or events they may have went to. We could get emails from family members. We could make phone calls from the tablets. Also, during this strike, which is one of the most important things, the officers opted to have all of our legal mail scanned. They alleged that drugs was being smuggled through the legal mail on the documents, and they said that to make the Department of Corrections safer, that they wanted to be able to scan the legal mail, legal documents coming from the courts or from our lawyers, scan it through a system, and then send it to us by email. If that's the case, the only way for us to get our legal mail now is through our personal tablet, because after they scan the document, they would send it to us through an email, and it would appear on our personal tablet. But again, they're blocking us from getting our personal tablet, so how are we supposed to get the legal mail that comes from the courts and from our lawyers with very important information related to our cases? The tablet also has educational videos on it. Things like TED Talks are on this tablet, meditation videos, videos that show you how to learn other languages, videos regarding math and science and social studies, videos about drug addiction, how to get off of drugs, videos from the Khan Academy, which I know a lot of you guys know about the Khan Academy out there. This guy teaches you everything that you need to know about anything. He has a podcast about everything in it. And these tablets have this entire library of podcasts on it. Videos about actual innocence and wrongful convictions and just various different topics are on these tablets. You're also able to do school programming through the tablets. You're able to file grievances through the tablets. If you have a complaint about an officer, you can file it digitally now. You can listen to music, a vast array of music, a library of music. I think more than 5,000 songs is on here, maybe 10,000, 100,000 songs, I don't know, but the music that you could buy is unbelievable. Video games, you could buy as many video games as you want. There's so many books that you could download. Some are free, some you have to pay for. Very good books on it, religious books, educational books, health books, business books, anything you name it is on there. You could also file your commissary through these tablets. I could go on and on and on about the things that we're missing because we do not have access to these tablets in a special housing unit, although we are supposed to have them. So with that said, I'm asking for everyone's help on the outside. In the description section of this podcast, you should see a list of email addresses starting with Daniel Marticello, who is the Commissioner of the Department of Corrections in New York State. I'm asking everyone to send him an email regarding what you just heard on this podcast. You could also send him a copy of the podcast if you like. Please advocate for us and get these guys to give us our tablets in the SHU so that we can do educational programming while we are here and we're not just sitting here wasting our lives away. Some of us have been set up with illegal tickets, forced tickets being placed in the SHU for no misconduct of our own. And at the very least, they can give us our tablets so we can continue to study and do programming in school and everything like that while we're here. Currently, because of the prison strike, there are no teachers in the special housing unit. There are no counselors in the special housing unit. None of that is going on right now. So we would still be able to do programming through our tablets if we had them, all right? So I would appreciate everyone's support in reaching out to the email addresses that I provided here in the description. You could just send Daniel Marticello an email and then loop everyone else in the email that's here so that everyone gets a copy of your email. Okay. Thank you for your time. And as always, please like, share, and comment on this podcast and follow me on all of my social media platforms so we can stay connected. Thank you for listening.